a few weeks back, Hertz filed for bankruptcy. And on the show on Market Monday, like the day or a couple days after it filed for bankruptcy, somebody asked about Hertz, and Ian said, Hertz is dead. Hertz dead. Actually, it was it was Hertz dead. That was it. 2 words, Hertz dead. And then the next week, that's when we had Wall Street Trapper on, and we got another question about Hertz. And Wall Street Trapper actually said, he was like, why would you want to invest in a company that just filed bankruptcy? And then Ian once again said, Hertz is dead. Hertz dead.
There you go.
But something amazing happened. Right after that, it skyrocketed. Not only did it skyrocket, it skyrocketed 575% in 5 days.
Yeah.
So now everybody's on Instagram like,
I told you.
These stock guys.
I told you.
You guys don't know what you're talking about.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, my DMs was crazy.
I just made money.
What are these stock guys talking about? They don't know what they're talking about. So now today, Hertz announces that all of the stockholders have a very strong chance of never getting paid.
But before today, they did something important, right? They had an SEC filing with the United States District Bank Court of Delaware, who approved them to sell 500 million shares. So like, listen, we're not really making money. Can we open up more shares to get some income? And they get approved. Like, no, that's the crazy part.
Somebody says $6 a share is not killing it. Absolutely wrong. It was at 80 cents and it went to $5.40. That's a 575% increase in 1 week. If that's not killing it, I don't know what is.
Yep, you can see it here.
If you get 575% in 1 week, if that's not killing it, I don't know what game you playing, but I want to play the game you playing. So now Hertz announces today that stockholders aren't getting paid until they pay the debt first. Right. It's a very good chance that the stock that you're holding is worthless.
It's worth nothing.
That's crazy.
We're going to go to Ian's technical chart, but this is a perfect example of why you should not invest in bad companies. Like people, only reason why the stock went up is pure speculation. Yeah. Everybody on Robinhood and everybody.
They were blaming Robinhood.
Yeah, they did blame Robinhood.
I'll get into that.
Everybody was just like, oh, it's less than $1, just pile in. It reminded me of crypto. When people was investing in cryptocurrency that was worthless and they just pumping money into it just to make the price goes up. And it's like, this is why when we talk about investing, fundamentals, technical charts, why would you invest in a company that's bankrupt? Yeah. And they did it. They pumped the price up. And now it's a good chance they're never going to get paid.
Yeah. The crazy part is when in the SEC filing, they asked for the 500 million, right, for the shares. But in the same filing, they said that buyers will need a miracle to get anything back, a complete wipeout. Like in the same filing, which is incredible. Like who says yes to that? I'll tell you who, the U.S. District Bankrupt Court of Delaware.
So Ian, we got the technical analysis chart. We're going high tech. We're going high tech. What are we looking at right now?
Okay, so all my traders and all my investors. So if I say a company is trash, for context, I'm talking about long term. I'm not talking about 1 week or 2 weeks. So I define long term as anything more than 2 years. So if you have a 5-year hold on it, that's what I'm looking at. So let's break down initially. Okay, so we came to 40 cents. You can see that here. Great. This is this huge spike. Now for my traders, and I see some of you people in Zoom saying you made bank on it. That's dope. That's dope. But it was a great trade. So you can see it was right here was at $1. It went to $6.25. Here's the thing though, when you guys hear about these kind of plays, most of the time people don't have the discipline to get in, because even when you're up 500%, you're going to say, man, I want 1,000. Why would I get out right now when I know, son, I know it's going to go to 10. And then at 6:45,
bring it, Leroy,
in the morning, and like, yo, get up right now. What's happening? So first thing first, you need to look at the 5-year month. That always tells the story, right? It was at $63.02 5 years ago. You already know my analogy. If the last time that the all-time high, ATH, was back here, and it wasn't in recent time, wasn't in 2020, the value of the company is going down. You wouldn't draft me if my highest scoring game was 4 years ago. That makes no sense. So let's take the emotion out of it. But let's go back even further. Let's look 10 years. The last high was 97.19 back in 2014.
Wow.
That's 6 years ago. That's 6 years ago. So you can see now my down candles are blue and my up candles are peach, right? Shout out to all my Red Panda family. I love you. But you can see ever since it hit this high at 97, what direction are we going? We're slowly going down. So before even here, this is my high line. So here at 24, it was still of no value. And let me ask you guys this, and you can put this in Zoom and in YouTube, right? If the entire world is shut down and no one is traveling for business, who the hell is renting cars? Nobody. There's no inventory to be moved at the time. So the cars are sitting. In addition to that, the value of the company was not incredibly high before then. So let that 5-year month be your guide. And then if you go back even further and see the previous high back here, all the way back in 2007 was $83. And look what it did last time it hit 83. It shrunk down and it came back up over time. It went past 83, went to 97 and fell back down. This is not a valuable company. It's a good trade, but as an investment, Hertz is trash. If we got anybody at Hertz listening in corporate, don't ruin our deals, even though y'all can go bankruptcy, right? Because I know y'all get offended. I'm sorry for the people who will work there that are going to get laid off, lose their jobs, possibly lose any pensions. But as investors, we have to look and vote with logic. And also, I'll give you a heads up. If Rashad, Troy, Michael, Jamal, and Trap agree, y'all may want to take notice because we have not led you wrong into the ones we said. So for those of you that have traded it and you got a good pop, great. But ever since in March, February, it's been falling down incredibly hard, and then the value of the company is not coming back up anytime soon. We told you before, CNBC. But yeah, if you guys want to look for a car deal, if you're in the market, my barber John just said Hertz has some amazing deals. So get something pre-owned that you've been looking for.
Hertz about to call Auto Trader in a second.
In a second. So yeah, you guys can see visually. Anytime you want to look at a company and evaluate it, look at the 5-year month, and you can see that the value has been going down.
But even when it went down on the chart earlier, I guess 10 years ago, there was no filing for bankruptcy. This is completely different.
It's complete, but the value. This is just like, okay, if a player has been scoring 15 points, 10, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 10, 8, and then he tears his MCL, it's like, no, it's time for you to retire.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over with. It's the same thing. We cannot fall in love with these companies. We have to fall in love with our profits and being able to take care of our family. That's it.
No, I appreciate you for doing that. Once again, it's like going to college, crash course. I want everybody to really, because like I studied that, like when I first got into finance, charts and stuff like that. And actually, you actually even renewed my faith in charts. I look at charts a lot more than I did before once I started to communicate with you. But I was always trained on technical analysis. I read a book, Technical Analysis. It's like this thick.
Yeah.
And they teach you all different types of charts and stuff like that. And technical analysis is real. Charts is the easiest way, I think, for you to get a quick idea of the trend of a stock. And it's not something that's rocket science, but not a lot of people actually take advantage of charts. And you can get charts anywhere. So thank you for actually showing that, because that was a little bit, that's more detailed than just like a regular chart on Yahoo Finance.
Yes.
Because, you have like the candlesticks and stuff like that. But I think that is great for people to see that. I know that's probably the first time a lot of people actually saw something like that as far as like the chart breakdown. Like you talk about it a lot. But yeah, it just goes to show, long story short, ladies and gentlemen, don't invest in bad companies just to try to just make quick money. Because this is just a prime example where even if you made money, if you haven't sold your shares yet, you technically haven't, they're not worth anything. The piece of paper is not worth anything.
Invest in quality. I know you guys want exciting stocks, but it's really exciting to be in winning companies that pay. Even like I was telling Barbara earlier and a few other people about like even Mercado Libre. That's a company that people have slept on. And if you look at the actual chart, the ticker is MELY. It's been on fire all year. And hold on, let me go back and share real quick.
MELY.
Yes.
You're the host now again. Go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep.
This is the exact opposite of what Hertz looks like. You want the chart to move in the direction of how you want your money to move. Came down to 400 earlier this year. It is now here. Do you want your, and we'll go through a couple other quality ones real quick if you guys don't mind. Let's look at Shopify. They announced their deal with Walmart. They're going to be partnering with Walmart.
Shopify is on.
It's on the list.
Can't miss.
Fire.
On the list.
You can't miss with Shopify.
And then I'll even give you guys so if you guys don't think or swim, you can go look at, let's say, a 15-year and look at the quarter, right? Peach is up. They haven't had a negative quarter yet. On fire. Like, so then if you look at that and then compare it to Hertz, boy, that's ice cold. That's ice cold. They was telling you quarter after quarter. So when I'm in a room in Red Panda, I'm like, okay, 1 candle, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
light them up.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 negative quarters. Man, this company flunking out of school, baby.
Yeah. Ian, you don't know how much I appreciate this because I'm still getting text messages in the morning like, yo, I think I'm gonna get Hertz today. I hope whoever was texting me has a clear understanding of what not to invest in.
Don't do it.
Please.
Don't do it.
Nah, that was dope. EYL University to the rescue. Where can you get those kind of detailed charts like that?
If you sign up for TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim, Webull, or any other trading platform, you guys can get it. But that's personally TD Ameritrade.
Okay.
Dope.